was I thinking about microcephaly? Ebola virus. Hey Siri, what was the what disease causes microcephaly from mosquitoes? What the fuck? Hey Siri,
Yes?
what disease causes microcephaly?
The answer I found is Zika virus infection.
Zika virus. That's what it was. No shit. Thank you, Siri. Siri knows what's up. Like, I don't even know why I'm thinking about that when I should be thinking about skateboards and why I'm making this video to talk about building a skateboard. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. The still can't get past the Zika virus for some reason. Can't get past someone with a small skull because of a mosquito. It's like a low down and dirty thing to happen. Yeah. So as far as the last skateboard that I'm going to build for 2021, I had to go back and think about what skateboards I did build already in 2021. And I think that I built, I think I remember building 5 new boards. And I refreshed a couple. The Rat Face I renewed, the Sun God I renewed and put new parts on there. Stoked on both of those. I built the Bod Boil, obviously. It hasn't really touched the outside yet. It's still maturating and going through its processes before it comes out. I built the 70s cruiser rider from Dogtown, the Possessed to Skate. I built a Madrid Explosion, Ace Trucks, Madrid flywheels. It's dope. I should do a video about it. I will one of these days. What else did I build? Oh, a Dogtown cruiser, Death to Invaders. It's got Gull Wing Chargers and Powell snakes on it. Pretty sick. But probably my favorite board that I built of 2021 so far, and you've probably seen a lot of it in like the videos of skating, is the Dogtown Web. Ever since we did the parking block at Boyce, this has been my favorite setup. Indy 215s, Dogtown K9 80 style wheels, 60 millimeter. Yeah, this has been where it's at. I've ridden this the most, and I've been really happy with it. Really happy with the trucks, really happy with the wheels, really happy with the board in general, overall. No complaints, really. I mean, the only thing was the medium bushings, I think. Those felt like soft, slushy. They didn't rebound as well with the 215s in there. So I put the hard bushing. Really stoked on how that turned out. They still dampen as much vibration as the mediums did, but they rebound better. They turn quicker. They seem to get back off of access faster. And I ride them fairly loose. But yeah, it's worked out great. Everything about this board has worked out great. And with that, I knew that I wanted to build something, again, with 215s on it, wider, bigger wheels, bigger rise. I guess the only thing that I kind of wanted out of this was a bigger nose, as far as this board was concerned. And that's not generally a complaint or anything like that. It would be nice to have it. So when I was browsing around the intranet, I ran into this. This is the Madness, the Hora-Blunt. And obviously you can see by the front it has a much larger nose. Same wheelbase, 15. It actually has a setup for, I should say it's set up for a shorter wheelbase, which I think is 14.75, but so the biggest one, or the one I'll ride, is the 15. So in noticing that, I said, you know, it kind of has what I'm looking for as far as a larger nose, the wider chest, the more narrow tail. So very similar, not exactly similar, but similar to the way that the web is set up. So yeah, that's what's up. That's why I picked this, you know, based on that particular shape. The graphic is like whatever. I'm guessing that it's related to the name. I looked up the name actually. The Hora is a dance, a Romanian dance in origin. And I'm guessing that these fellas here are all dancing the Hora. The interesting thing, I guess, about that particular dance is it's done in a ring. So I'm also guessing that the hologram, the circle part of the hologram in the back is relative to that. Don't know much about Madness past that little bit that I explained. I do know that they made a board that had Saturn on it, Saturn eating his children, which was a Francisco de Goya painting that I was pretty excited about at one time in my life. I thought it was interesting. I'm not exactly sure why. I actually was going to buy the Madness board that has that painting on it to hang it on the wall, but my infatuation with that was fleeting, so I never purchased it. But I guess in a sense, Madness kind of stayed in my mind at that point. And when I saw this, I looked into it. I liked the price. I think it was $65 from Old Skull. Like I said, it's got the width that I wanted. It's got the bigger nose. 7-ply resin construction. It's mass made, I'm guessing. It's from China. But it seems to be fairly good quality. It seems to have fairly good finish. The wheel wells look good. Everything looks decent about it. It doesn't appear to be cheaply made, so I mean that could all change once it gets out on the concrete, but I mean that's to be determined. So yeah, so this is the deck. Madness Hora-Blunt. I'm going to add obviously 215s on there. Indies. Excited about that. I'm going to go again, like I said, I'm going to remove those bushings, those medium bushings. I'm going to go with another hard bushing. This is the Independent 94s, very similar to the ones in there. The only difference is these are the conical, the standard conical. I tried to combine conical and standard, the condured. That didn't really work. So I fixed it, but you probably noticed it. So, but yeah, the 94 hard conical, a little different than, you know, the standard bushing barrel that's in the web, but I doubt that they're going to perform any differently. We'll find out. Obviously, I'll pass that along. Threw myself off of that mispronunciation. From there, the half-inch rise I'm going to put in there. These are the mini logos. These are the ones that didn't work out in the Possess the Skate build, so they're going to find their place here. Precision 1.5 inch Indy genuine parts, Phillips head screws and bolts. Phillips head bolts, I should say, not screws. Indy GP-Rs, obviously this is my favorite bearing. I put this in everything. I don't really know why. I don't have to explain it other than the fact that they are fast, serviceable, and durable. F the rest, ride the best. These aren't the best Indies, but I'm gonna ride them anyway. Excited about the wheels that I got for this too. They should handle very similarly to the Dogtowns, but these are the Slimeball Snake Vomits. This is a 97A 60 millimeter, shaped very similar to the Dogtown K9s, or the K9s, the 80s style. So I'm stoked on that. I'm also stoked on the colorway with that green and that yellow. Should match the deck very well. Also got a set of Heroin glow sticks. I've had these for a while. I've been looking for a place to use them. This seems right. I mean, if we're talking about matching stuff up, you know that I like to do that. So yeah, that kind of light green is going to bring up the yellow and bring down the other green. And that green and yellow should turn out really well with the green and yellow and the graphic of the slime balls. And we even, you know, when you mess with the trucks, you got to mess with the trucks because we're working down. This is where the art takes over. From the black kingpin, go into the black bushing to the black riser. It's going to be tight. And of course the black bolts to hold it all together. Man, this thing, I think it's going to be like sick. I think. But yeah, I'm stoked. So yeah, this will kind of be the last one I hopefully build for 2021. You never know, I might run into something else because like I said, whenever you get locked into a large skateboard collection, the tendency is to push it as far as you possibly can. At least for me anyway. You know. So yeah, madness, Hora-Blunt, Indy 215s, Indy bushings, that's the hard 94A, mini logo risers, that's a 1/2 inch rise, Indy precision parts, genuine Phillips head 1.5" bolts, Indy GP-Rs, bearings, Slimeball wheels 60, 97/8, and the heroin glow stick rails. Should be pretty tight, all in all. Stick around. We're going to do it time lapse, the minute before the witching hour, Mellotron Sawtooth. It's actually cooking up a beat right now as we speak. It's going to be fire, I'm sure. And then after all of that is done, we will come back and we'll show the board as it's been put together. So yeah, stick around. It's going to be dope. Oh, and probably mob grip tape, whatever's in the pile over there. Not going to get too cute. Probably just cut out the square. So I like that green. I'm going to cut that out so you can see that. Which should be pretty cool.
The minute before the witching hour.
There it is, fully built. The Madness Hora-Blunt. It's okay, yeah. I mean, it's not super heavy. I mean, it's bulky because it is a big board. It's got two 15s. It's a 10. It's a lot of skateboard. It's a wide boy. So yeah, it's got some weight to it. See how the grip turned out. Not perfect. It needs to be tuned up a little bit. The square came out nice though. Good cutout. You see those back wheels are sticking out a little bit. Kind of bulky. Muscular in a sense. Rails went on okay. Not great. I'm a little concerned with the back wheels. There might be some wheel bite there. They draw back into the truck a little bit, so they might need to be re-drilled, but that's not a big deal. It can be done. It can be done. But yeah, I like the way it turned out. I like everything about it. I like the way it looks. I like the way it feels. I hope that when I finally put it on the concrete, I like the way it skates. I don't know if you can see the conical bushings in there. Didn't use a bottom washer for that. So we'll see how that turns out. I know with the Bones conical bushings, they don't require that bottom washer, so we'll see how the Indies do. put together fairly easily. The look of it is pretty smooth. I like the way the wheels look. They pop off of the green and yellow. The bushings down through the truck, through the riser, all look really smooth. Everything turned out really good. I like everything about it. I believe maybe I was right when I thought this one would be a good one. So I'm excited. Again, from the top, the Madness Hora-Blunt. It's a 10, 15-inch wheelbase. Slimeballs. Snake Vomits. 60 millimeter, 97A. Indy GP-R is in there. Independent 215. I believe those had the 94 hard Indy conical bushings in there. Mini logo, half-inch riser, independent, inch and a half hardware, heroin glow stick rails. Yeah, it came together well, and it feels sick. So I'm looking forward to taking it out, skating it, hopefully this weekend. Maybe I'll get to touch it. We'll see. I want to try to skate tomorrow, but you could probably maybe hear the thunder out there right now. I don't know if it's going to be something I can pull off or not, but I do have the day off work. But if I don't get to go skate, I got plenty of stuff to keep me busy around the house. So yeah, it's fresh. A fresh build. Maybe one of my favorites of 2012. We're going to redo all of them at one point. 2012. Jesus. 2021. I wish I was building skateboards in 2012. Life was different then, wasn't it? I don't even know what I was doing. I was living here. Yeah, I was in Pittsburgh. I was skating. I think Imperial was my favorite park back then. Used to go out there, skate Imperial. I don't know why I like that place so much. I have a video, it's called Tripping Out to the Rural Area. It's got a Fiona Apple song. So it's a kind of an okay edit of the upper part of the snake run of Imperial when it actually was in good shape. Now the place is kind of falling apart. It's not what it was. But that's cool. Maybe someday I'll get back out there. I should try to get back out there soon. Now that I think about it. But yeah, there it is. Fully all the way together. I'll do a review or something of it after I ride it for a while. Bust it in. Probably this winter, whenever the weather turns to snow. I hate snow. Ice. I hate ice too. Once all that happens and I can't go out and skate, I'll sit in here and talk about skateboards that I built that I can't go out and skate because the weather sucks. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Hora-Blunt, Slimeball, Snake Vomits, Indy 215s, mini logo, risers, independent hardware, Indy GP-Rs, independent bushings, 94s conicaled. Hopefully it rips. I'm sure it will. And hopefully I can get some video of it ripping. I can show it. Alright.